Hello and welcome to Local Delicacies. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm your host, Laurel. For those of you who may not know us, we're both from the Broome County, New York area, and we're here to discuss some of our local foods, places, and other tips and tricks we have for when you come to visit.
On this week's episode, we'll be discussing some of our amazing museums that we have in Broome County.
To start off today, we're going to talk about the Roberson Museum. The history of the museum came from its founder through the will of Alonzo Roberson in 1934. Roberson was the president of the Roberson & Son Lumber Company and the chairman of the Board of Marine Midland Bank. The museum was opened to the public in 1954 for use as a community educational center. Roberson features a number of permanent and temporary exhibits that display the works of local and regional artists, present local history, and scientific topics.
The next museum we're here to talk about is one that focuses more on science and space, and that is called the Copernic Observatory. The Copernic Observatory and Science Center is a public observatory in Vestal, New York. It was opened in June of 1974 by the Copernic Society of Broome County to commemorate the 500th anniversary of astronomer Nicholas Copernicus. Its mission is to offer hands-on investigations and outreach programs for educating all ages about astronomy and science using advanced optical telescopes, computers, and other tools designed for teachers, parents, and students for the past 40 years. The Copernic Society donated the facility to the people of the Southern Tier region to be operated by the Roberson Museum and Science Center as the Roberson Copernic Observatory. The observatory has three main optical telescopes, the E.J. Sarton Telescope, the Broome County Telescope, and the KAS Telescope, each in their own equatorial room. For those who don't know what an equatorial room is, it's a large circular room that's usually outdoors in an astronomical observatory that houses the telescope.
Our last museum for today is the Bundy Museum. The Harlow E. Bundy House, also known as the Bundy Museum of History and Art, is a historic house and art exhibit. It's built and dedicated to Binghamton businessman Harlow E. Bundy, who owned the Bundy Manufacturing Company, which is the predecessor of IBM.
The Bundy Museum of History and Art features exhibits about the Bundy Manufacturing Company and its founders, primarily featuring historical facts about the company's manufacturing of timekeeping devices. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places on May of 2011.
So I've only been to the Roberson Museum. The last time I went was every fall, they have a convention called RoberCon, and I went for a few years in a row with my sister, and we would dress up and go to different guest panels, and they had book signings and stuff like that. So if you're into those types of like nerd conventions, I guess, then Roberson in the fall is fun to visit. They had lots of different food options, and I saw the Avengers multiple times. Like every year there's someone dressed as the Avengers. But I have never been to the Bundy Museum or the observatory, but I do really want to go on a date to the observatory or just in general, yes. I would love to go.
Please go to it. It is such a fantastic place. It is just unique, and to kind of go off what Laurel was saying, like the only place out of the three that I've been is Copernic. I may have been to Roberson. It's been a very long time though, but I know for a fact, and I have gone many times. I totally recommend you need to go.
Yes,
anyone else needs to go.
The Northern Lights are going to be happening soon. Like, I want to look at the stars.
In addition to Copernic at Broome County, there are also a lot of observatories here in Western New York. These include the Martz Observatory, which is in Frewsburg, New York, the John L. Stoll Observatory in Alfred, New York, and the Buffalo Astronomical Observatory, which is in North Java, New York. Now, these three observatories, just to name a few, we have not gone personally, but if there's a lot of similarities or differences, be sure to let us know. In the similar vein of RoberCon, there is a festival that they have at Copernic every year called Astrofest.
It's the 42nd annual one this year.
Which is wild, because they've been open for
50 years exactly, actually.
Happy birthday, Copernic. That's crazy. And they've been doing this for 42 years. We gotta go to one of them. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have, but thank you all for listening. We greatly appreciate it.
And don't forget to join us next time for more
Local Delicacies.